So I'd like to now introduce our first company, Cytex. Cytex AI-powered patent platform solution. It provides smart cities with a full spectrum cybersecurity. And presenting for Cytex is CEO and co-founder Andrew Surwilo. Andrew was CEO and founder of omnichannel CPG company, Atlantic Coast Brands, and co-founded Mercanti Systems. Andrew is a lecturer in innovation and technology at MIT's Operations Research Center. Welcome, Andrew.
Well, thank you, Tricia. It's great to be here. I'm glad to be included because any planning for smart cities certainly needs to contemplate cybersecurity. If we think back to the Sidewalk Toronto program, which failed back in 2018, it didn't fail because of funding. It failed because there was a lack of trust between the citizens, whether or not the city would be able to safeguard their data. So if we think about the vulnerability and the challenges face smart city planning and just urban planning generally, there is the threat surface has increased exponentially with IoT devices, connected partner, multiple network systems, utilities, partners, and so forth, has increased the threat surface exponentially. And so we need to ensure that there is a coherent and cohesive cybersecurity plan to safeguard the city's data and the citizens as well. So we've taken a system engineered approach to cybersecurity. So we cover everything from device to cloud, connected partners, and also from a compliance perspective, actually oversight as well. So real time, everything that we do needs to have real time monitoring to ensure that there is this know now visibility into what's happening across the enterprise or across the city. So this includes network security, cloud security, app security, DevSecOps, compliance. Certainly, one of our recommendations is that every city should require their connected partners and their departments to comply with some kind of framework. And then we actually provide the facilities through which you can actually monitor that. So what does this mean? So we've taken a data-driven approach to cyber risk and GRC. So from one central location, we've taken a lot of the mystery or the confusion out of multiple applications and multiple vendors to consolidate a view into one place. So you actually know exactly what's happening on the network, what's on devices through connected partners, which means continuous monitoring of your connected partners, public-facing assets, and also empowering our partners with an AI-powered security co-pilot. And we call our co-pilot Leo. Leo's been trained on 6 different personas, everything from C-level executive, threat intel analyst, compliance manager, and CISO. So this is an example of how it works. You can see the personas here. We'll select CISO in this instance. All of the risks then are aggregated here, and I can select one. Let's say ensure hardware MFA is enabled. Then Leo will return several prompts. What would you like me to do? Write a synopsis, write a poem, generate a summary. We'll say write a synopsis. Leo goes to work and then returns a result in language and with information that's germane to that role of CISO, right? So what is the mitigation? What's the prevention? Probability of happening, technical references, and so forth. But then taking that a step further, not just not natural language prompt, but also, let's say, write the remediation code. So this becomes a real force multiplier. So Leo, evaluating the environment and the risk, comes back with the specific bash code here, bash script rather, with instructions so that the enterprise is much more efficient and we're solving problems in real time. We've also taken this a step further because one of the challenges of any framework is the lack of real-time monitoring. So one of our inventions is a solution we call Audify. Audify actually allows for the real-time from a governance perspective. So at the city level, you could actually query in real time through a multi-tenant interface the actual disposition for the framework down to the control level at your connected partner. So for instance, if you're the city manager and you have a vendor you could run a script that then pulls back and shows you exactly where they are with maybe a smart cities framework or ISO or the various NIST frameworks as well. Here's a great case study, anonymized to protect the innocent. But this is a major city water authority. The challenge that they had is, again, you're trying to monitor multiple systems, multiple networks across a wide geographic as well as digital landscape. So the solution was really to take Audify and our platform approach to give real-time visibility and monitoring down to the device level, networks, and so forth. So you can actually know in real time if there is a risk, a vulnerability, or if there's a deficiency, and then take action to remediate that. So if you want to future-proof a smart city, if you're thinking about smart city technology, which I think everyone is, the public trust is something that we have to be very conscious of. So we provide full spectrum insights, know now visibility, and real-time monitoring across enterprises and also through covered entities, which would be connected partners and so forth. So with that, I'd love to open it up for any questions. I tried to get through this quickly out of respect for everyone's time.
Thank you, Andrew. Now we have a few questions that we'll dive into. So could you describe a little bit how city planners can work with Cytex to implement the Smart Cities Compliance Framework?
Sure. So that's a great question. The first thing we start with is a risk assessment. We take a risk-based approach, right? So I think everyone, we've never gone into a risk assessment where we didn't uncover deficiencies that weren't known. And that's really because of the nature by which we solve for cyber today, which is multiple applications. I think the average company has 26 applications. So we start there. So we do a risk assessment. We can partner with the city and do that, and then identify really priority-wise, where do we start? I will say that we've never not saved money for a client by virtue of the fact that with this cohesive solution, we're able to eliminate maybe some redundancies that we're paying for already. So they can reach out to me directly. We also have a partnership with MIT Cyber Defense Clinic, as well as some other universities as well. So either through us directly or through one of our university partners.
Excellent, fantastic. I think we have time for one more. So here's a question. We already have a cybersecurity tech stack and cyber team. Can Cytex complement our existing stack? And if so, is there a little detail you can share around that?
100%. And I think that's where I think intelligent use of artificial intelligence, specifically with Leo, our AI co-pilot, we're going to start seeing kind of the agentification of AI coming here. And I think that's going to create additional vulnerabilities. So sensible deployment of artificial intelligence is something that we can help with. Number two, we are a force multiplier. The fact that we have over 100 integrations with pre-built integrations with all of the name brands that you're familiar with, so we play nicely with others, and our average implementation is very short and seamless.
Fantastic. Well, thank you again, Andrew, and thanks to Cytex for joining us here today.
Thank you, Tricia.